Section 2. The Aztecs. The Aztecs built an empire. The first Aztecs were farmers who migrated from the north to central Mexico. Finding the good farmland already occupied, they settled on a swampy island in the middle of Lake Texcoco. There in 1325, they began building their capital and conquering nearby towns. War was a key factor in the Aztecs' rise to power. Aztecs fought fiercely and demanded tribute payments from the people they conquered. The cotton, gold, and food that poured in the result became vital to their economy. The Aztecs also controlled a huge trade network. The merchants carried goods to and from all the parts of empires. Many merchants doubled as spies, keeping the rulers informed about what was happening in their lands. War, tribute, and trade made the Aztec Empire strong and rich. By the 14,000s, Aztecs ruled the most powerful state in Mesoamerica. Nowhere in the empire's greatness more visible by its amazing island city. The Aztecs first had to overcome many geographic challenges. One problem was difficulty in getting to and from the cities. The Aztecs addressed this challenge by building 3 wide causeways, raised roads across water or wet ground. They built canals crisscross the city. Causeways and canals made travel and trade much easier. Tenochtitlan's island location also limited the amount of land available for farming. To solve this problem, the Aztecs created floating gardens called chimpas. They piled soil on top of large rafts, which they anchored to trees that stood in the water. The Aztecs made Tenochtitlan a truly magnificent city, home to some 200,000 people at its height. It had huge temples, a busy market, and a grand palace. Life in the empire. The Aztecs' way of life was distinctive, as their capital city had a complex social structure, a demanding religion, and a rich culture. Aztec society. The Aztec emperor, like the Maya king, was also the most important person in society. From this greatest palace, he attended to law, trade, tribute, and warfare. Trusted nobles helped him as tax collectors, judges, and other government officials. Noble positions were passed down from fathers to sons, and young nobles went to school to learn their responsibilities. Just below the emperor and his nobles was a class of warriors and priests. Warriors were highly respected and had many privileges, but priests were more influential. They led religious ceremonies, passed down history, and as well keepers of the calendars decided when to plant and harvest. The next level of Aztec society included merchants and artisans. Below them, in the lower class, were farmers and laborers, who made up the majority of the population. Many don't own their land. They pay so much in tribute that they often found it tough to survive. Only slaves at the most bottom of the society struggled more. Religion and warfare. Like the Maya, the Aztecs worshipped many gods who were believed to control both nature and human activities. To please the gods, Aztec priests regularly made human sacrifice. Most victims were actual captivities or slaves. In ritual ceremonies, priests would slash open their victims' chests to feed human hearts and blood to the gods. The Aztecs sacrificed as many as 10,000 people a year. To supply enough victims, Aztec warriors waged frequent battles in neighboring peoples. Cultural achievements. As warlike as the Aztecs were, they also appreciate art and beauty. Architects and sculptors created fine stone pyramids and statues. Artisans used gold, gems, and bright feathers to make jewelry and masks. Women embroidered colorful designs on the cloth they wore. The Aztecs valued more learning aware. They studied anatomy and devised a calendar much like the Maya one. They took pride in their history and kept detailed written records. They also had a strong oral tradition. Stories about ancestors and the gods were passed from one generation to the next. The Aztecs also enjoyed fine speeches and riddles such as these. What is a little green jar filled with popcorn? Someone is sure to guess our riddle. It is the sky. What is the mountainside that has spring or water in it? Our nose. Knowing the answers to riddles show that 1 had paid attention in school. Cortes conquers the Aztecs. In the late 14th, Spanish arrived in America seeking adventure, riches, and converts to Catholicism. One group of conquistadors, or Spanish conquerors, reached Mexico in 1519, led by Hernan Cortes. Cortes. Their motives were to find gold, claim land, and convert native peoples. The Aztecs Emperor Moctezuma II cautiously welcomed the strangers. He believed Cortes to the gods were Quetzalcoatl, whom the Aztecs believed had left Mexico a long time ago. According to legend, the god had promised to return in 1519. Moctezuma gave the Spanish gold and other gifts, but Cortes wanted more. He took the emperor prisoner. Raging, the Aztecs attacked the Spanish. They managed to drive out the conquistadors, but Moctezuma was killed in the fighting. Within a year, Cortes and his men came back. This time, they helped from the Indians in the religion and resented the Aztecs' harsh rule. In addition, the Spanish had better weapons, including armor, cannons, and swords. Furthermore, the Aztecs were terrified of the enemy's big horses, animals that had never been seen before. The Spanish had only brought deadly disease such as smallpox to the Americas. These diseases weakened or killed thousands of native people in 1521. The Aztecs surrendered. Their once mighty empire came to a swift end.